Okay, for this TOK presentation, I chose this knowledge question. To what extent are memoirs the same as memory in history? So first, I would like to discuss what a memoir is. A memoir is a special kind of autobiography. It involves a portion of the author's life as it relates to a person, event, or a historic event, such as in this case. The text is about the personal experiences of the author. Most investigators say one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. As we can see, freedom fighters and terrorists are subjective terms, and they depend on personal experiences. Using the example of Nelson Mandela, he is seen as a great freedom fighter and a hero. That's for me too. Why is he a hero or a freedom fighter? And why was there different viewpoints towards him? Well, back in the day, in South Africa, the black people were lacking rights, and Nelson Mandela was fighting against inequality. So for the white community, they have a very different viewpoint towards Nelson Mandela than the black community. These viewpoints reflect the different memoirs, and the reason why there were different memoirs is because the white people, who were a small part of the population, were in charge of the country. It was illegal for black people to use the same schools, hospitals, and even beaches as the white people. Conditions in white-only schools and hospitals were much better. Black people were also denied basic rights, such as voting. Nelson Mandela believed that everybody should be treated equally. This example shows the difference between a memoir and a historic event. A memoir is more of a personal feeling that has to do with a historic event. So for the example, as we saw in this example with Nelson Mandela, the black community had a different memoir than the white community, but the historic event is the event that happened and is completely objective, while the memoir is subjective. What I want to say by a personal feeling is that a memoir is a perception of the history that the person has lived, while the historic event is the general history, which is more abroad and depends on social issues, economical issues, or political issues of a country or a society, while memoirs are based on personal experiences. So I've said the differences between a memoir and a historic event, or a memory in history, and now I would like to explain the similarities between memoirs and historic events. Well, the similarities are that historic events had to be there for a memoir to take place, but a historic event is part of the memoir. So the memoir will be based on a general idea that is affected by the local idea and the local treat, as well as the historic context. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.